In this short video, I would like to discuss with you how to determine the trig ratios, the basic trig ratios of any angle. And remember that trig functions will always return a ratio to you based on the entered angle. And what's important here is that you need to confirm whether your angle is given in degrees or radians. So if we want to calculate the sine of 45 degrees, it's pretty obvious that we are in degree mode, and checking your calculator screen display will tell you whether you're in degree mode. So when you are in degree mode, you can certainly work with the trig ratios in degree mode. So we're going to key in sine, entering the function first, and then 45, and it's assumed to be in degree mode. So there we go. Hit the equal button, and we have a sine of 45 degrees, and this is the exact value, root of 2 over 2. Now if you want to get the decimal value of that, we'll hit the change key. So sine of 45 degrees is equal to 0.7071, and so on, a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, of course, what this means is that you can actually calculate the sine or the cosine or the tangent of any angle given in degree mode. So if we wanted to press to determine the cos of, say, 65 degrees, cos of 65 degrees, and hit the equal bar, and we get a value of 0.4226, or the tangent of 45 degrees. Well, let's just see what the tangent of 45 degrees is, and the tangent of 45 degrees happens to be equal to 1. And so on. So if you know what the degrees are, you can simply enter in sine, cosine, or tan and the angle, and you've got your measure of the ratios. Now, when you have a number or the calculation such as sine of 45 without the unit of degrees indicated, then you can only assume that it's given in radian mode. So what we need to do is to switch our calculator to radian mode. In order to make that switch from degree mode to radian mode, we're going to use the setup function. And the setup function is red, so we're going to access that by using second function setup. So we have second function setup. And you'll see that with setup options, we have several options that we can get into. DRG stands for degrees, radians, and gradients. 1, FSE stands for fixed, scientific, and engineering. 2 is the editor mode. 3 is the contrast mode, and 5 is the name. This is where you can actually label your calculator or give it a name. But let's move into 0, DRG. So 0 is DRG, or degrees, radians, and gradients. And now we can choose between degrees, gradients, or radians. So 0 is degrees, 1 is radians. Now, sine of 45 means that we must be in 45 radians or radian mode. So let's press 1 for radian. And now you'll see that the degrees is gone from the screen display, and now rads appear, or radian mode. So I can now key in sine of 45 and press the equal button. I am no longer in degree mode, so my answer will be for sine of 45 radians, and that value is 0.85. So sine of 45 radians is 0.8509, and so on. Now, further on down the list, we also have the cosine of 4 pi. So that again is not in in degree mode. It's actually in radian mode. So we can enter in 4 pi as our argument, but we're going to use cos, and we're in radian mode already, so we're going to use cos and then bracket and 4 pi. Now where's the pi key? The pi key is right down here, right above the 3, and it's red, so I'm going to use second function pi and close the brackets up. Always use the pi value to substitute. Do not try to enter in some rounded off abbreviated value for pi. Use pi from your calculator function. Now press the equal button or the enter button to evaluate cos of 4 pi. And the cos of 4 pi is equal to an exact value of 1. Now let's do the last calculation, which is tangent of 3 pi minus 2. So we'd like to, and these are in radian mode, radian angles, so therefore I am in radian mode, so I don't need to make any switches. So I'm going to key in tan. The tan function is right here, and I'm going to put brackets around the argument, and we've got 3 pi, so it's second function pi, and subtract 2, so minus 2, and close the brackets. So tangent of 3 pi minus 2, I just need to hit the enter button or the equal button, and so that value is equal to 2.185, and so on.